Erin here, and I just wanted to talk about and comment on the changing face of hip hop. More so in a way that young men and older men, for that example, are being portrayed in the hip hop world. And it's so interesting because in the black community, people see, I guess, homosexuality or people being metrosexual in such a negative light. But now I feel like that has changed, which I think is super positive. I feel like there's a lot of homosexual actions that already go on within the black community as far as hip hop goes. I remember in that situation when Lil Wayne had accidentally gave Baby a kiss, or just like even Lil Wayne's name, Wheezy effing Baby, it's always been like really controversial. And there's always been those underlying messages to basically saying there were rappers that were gay, but they were afraid to come out. Like even when Frank Ocean, said that he was in love with a man at one point in his life, that, okay, Frank Ocean is not the first person. It's several of you all who have been in this same predicament, but you just did not speak on it in the way that he did. I remember back in the day, people who used to dress like Prince, like it was more so it's celebrated for men to be in touch with their feminine side way more than it is now. At this point, it seemed like it's faux pas and like it's just not celebrated. It's just not, it just makes them questionable. Like we've become so harsh. I seem like after the 80s, I feel like that was a great point for the black community as far as music goes, because men were in touch with their feminine side. They wore lace, they wore jewelry, they wore long cufflinks. And I was so proud of Frank Ocean when he came out, because, and not even just since he came out, when he announced that he was free and that he allowed himself to fall in love with someone in the same gender as he was, he fell in love with another man. But most recently, people give Young Thug such a hard vibe. But I love what he's doing. Like, I love that he wears such frill and so much lace, and like he wears leggings. Young Thug is definitely someone who's very in touch with his feminine side, and ironically, he's also in very close and very in touch with Baby. I know you all, he will ask you, is you finished or is you done? I know you all saw that. But yeah, definitely, Young Thug is most definitely in touch with his feminine side, and he's always had like very questionable lyrics. People would say, just like not lyrics that most men would say. And he, at one point, he had called Rich Homie Quan his hubby, and people just freaked out. They're just like, well, how can you say that? You know what I mean? And then actually, most recently, a few maybe 2 weeks ago, if that Ray Schmurd put up a picture, you'll see it as the icon picture for this post of them two together with their shirts off, the two guys who were in Ray Schmurd, I don't know their names, sorry about that, leaning up against each other, and Young Thug either reposted or commented sexy, and then everyone in the comments just got so mad. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, this is what's wrong with men now. This is what's wrong with men now. And I don't think so. I think that it's a beautiful thing for men to celebrate one another, to celebrate each other the way that they look. Granted, I do think we should be strong within the black community. So I'm not saying I'm always willing to look at another perspective. I definitely feel like black women need to be supported, and they need black men around them that are, going to support them. But on that same note, it just makes us more beautiful, makes us more open as a society if we learn to embrace ourselves and embrace the culture in which we are instead of trying to hide it. It's always this joke that, there'll be there'll be gay pianists or, gay men in your church that try to hide it. There'll always be that fun, frilly gay guy um, in the school, like acting class or in the band or in the choir, and he always belts out and sings, but we all know he's just, a little bit, tin, 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 shabam. But that is all, and I'm so happy for Frank Ocean and what he's done for this community. I hope that people follow suit, and there doesn't have to be um, this standard like analysis or the standard image of what a black male is supposed to be like, or a black rapper. So I'm very excited to see us moving forward. And that is all. My phone is ringing, but that is all I had to say. Thank you so much.